Laurie Marie Crow, 93 years old, born on February 5th, 1922. She was raised in Nashville, grew up on Shelby Avenue in the East Nashville area. She attended Holy Name Catholic Church and school, grade school, graduated from East High School, and then she attended John's Business College where she was a stenographer. She worked and retired from the government after 40 years of service, different places within the Middle Tennessee area, and she did get an opportunity to work in Germany for 2 years in the late 1950s that she really enjoyed and had plenty of stories to tell about. She lived with her mom and took care of her. She never married, never had kids. All her nieces and nephews were her kids. My dad always said that Laurie would outlive all of them, and she did. Maybe because she never had a husband or kids. For us, she was our cousin, she was our aunt. She loved the Blessed Mother. She had a deep faith in Christ. She was very independent. She was our family connection. She was kind of like the hub of the wheel. She was the center part of the wheel, and she connected the Harrises, the Frasers, the Crowders, and the Campbells. She usually knew what was going on between all the families. So if you wanted to know something, you go with Laurie because she was the hub. She was always supporting us by attending baptisms, first communions, confirmations, birthday parties, grade school graduation, high school graduations also. She was a donator. She donated to lots of charities. And when I used to go to her condo and check on her mail, if I didn't get there within 1 week, I would not be able to pull out all the advertisements that charities were sending her wanting more donations. They were just packed full every week. She loved the Catholic Church. She loved our priests. She even kept one of Father Kibbe's business cards with a picture on it in her room at the nursing home. I called it her baseball card. If it was signed, it would be worth more. She would make pecan pies for priests all around the diocese. One time at her condo, I went down to get something out of her car, and she was up on the balcony, and I was getting something out for her, and I said, Lauren, there's a pecan pie back here. It was in aluminum foil. And I said, you want me to do something? What do you want? She goes, no, leave it in there. I'm going to go see Bishop Chovy sometime, and I'll get it to him later. She attended Life Team Mass here on Father Clock. I think she may have been the oldest attendee. Not sure, but I bet she was. The music may have been a little loud for her, but she didn't really complain about it. She just enjoyed it. One time at 5 o'clock to go out to Mass, it happened to be her 19th birthday, and I mentioned it to Father as we were coming in. So right at the end of Mass, Father went ahead and recognized her that it was her birthday, and all the people clapped. And they also came up to her afterwards and congratulated her. And she was like a rock star that day. She was really. And then, but she did whisper to me, did Father really have to tell him my age? I knew Laurie all my life, almost 57 years. She was always there. And as Father said too, I can agree. She was a teacher by examples. She was simple. She never had cable TV. She watched the local channels. She liked to watch Dancing with the Stars. And one time got banned by voting too many times for one of the dancers. She didn't have fancy cars or fancy home. She liked her broken-in clothes. Even though she got new clothes for her birthday or for Christmas, you would always go over there and she'd find her clothes that she really liked to wear. She liked to go to state parks on vacations. She was simple. She liked to go swimming at the pools, and she would wear her little rubber cap on her head and everything. Simple vacation. She loved her coffee. I took her to the Mexican restaurant across the street, and she ate the chips and salsa. She drank 3 cups of coffee and ate her chicken quesadilla. One time she had a margarita, and she really enjoyed it. She got where she kept missing her mouth with the chips after a while. That was the last time we let her have the margaritas. She was thoughtful. She was very thoughtful for other people. She would visit people that were ill. She'd go to hospitals. She would mention that she just visited Monsignor Rowling over at the nursing home. She was always doing that kind of stuff. She was a noticer of things. She would notice the flowers blooming, the leaves turning. She would read everything. If we were going down the road, she'd read every sign that she could see, street signs, signs on trucks. She would read all the candidates' names that had been in the front yards when they were running for something. She just really just read everything out to her. She looked for the bright side. She would compliment you on the littlest things. She'd compliment you on your shoes or your shirt or your smile or your hair. And she was always telling you thank you. She was always thanking you for stuff. She did teach me something that I thought was pretty good. She taught me to tune out. When we were trying to get her to sell her condo in Bellevue when she was in the nursing home, I had lots of discussions with her trying to convince her that it would be the right thing to do. So one time, coming back from church, we had a long discussion back and forth about selling her condo and, you know, why does she need her condo? And she just kind of politely tuned me out. She wasn't mad, she was just through discussing and she wanted to tune me out. So she did. But much I was going to do at that point. She was tolerant of different situations. She was not a huge dog lover. She would come over to our house, we had 3 dogs, and they would have had a tendency to want to jump up on her and lick her and stuff, and she would shoo them away. And then one time, it was funny, the bigger dog was deciding to wrestle with the smaller dog right below her feet, and all of a sudden she hollered out, "Pick on someone your own size." She accepted where she was. She never complained about being in assisted living or in the nursing home for so long. I would have. The nursing home is not part of my bucket list. Let's write that down. Lauren will always be our sweet, kind, simple, loving cousin or aunt. And we all know that she's now enjoying her new life with Christ, with her family and friends that have gone before her. While in the nursing home, she always told me that she wanted to go home. And now she does.